I'm going to use an artist's acrylic Prussian blue colour in here. But the problem with this wood is that paints tend to wick into the capillaries, into the little grain along here. So in order to get that a really smooth edge, what I need to do is seal it. And because it's acrylic, I can use a PVA wood adhesive. So what I'm going to do is, before I put the paint on, is just add some of this in here like this. And what I must do is make sure I cover all the wood, and I let it go over the edge, you see, so right up to the edge and over. It doesn't matter if I go onto the wood too much because I'm going to sand it, but there you go, sort of something like that. Work all my way around, put this sealant in here. So you can see I've allowed this wood glue to go perhaps 3mm, an eighth of an inch over onto the wood, and that'll all sand off, but it will make sure that's nice and sealed. And also make sure this is thin, you don't any sort of big globs in there. So we'll let that go dry, and then we can put the acrylic paint on. So now this is completely dry, I can put on my blue paint. So coming from the bottom up across the edge like that, but trying to keep it within the PVA, the glue that I put on. So I might put one, possibly two coats of this, depending on how it looks. So making sure it goes right up to the edge. And I'll let that go dry, then I'll look for a second coat, because sometimes it contracts and you can still see little points of wood, so I might put a second coat on. And okay, let that one go dry. When all this is dry, I'm going to take a grit. This is 120 because this is quite coarse wood. I'm going to just remove all the excess. Only little bits where it's bled through, I can home in on just a bit like that. So when this is all nicely finished, I'll switch to perhaps a finer grit, 180, something like that, and then I will varnish the stool with a simple matte varnish. I won't make it too glossy or wax it because that will make it very slippy, but that's what I'll do to finish off.